All right, so today I'm going to be giving advice for beginning directors, so stay tuned. I am Marlon Ladd, and this is Filmmaking 101. Okay, so I've been a director for a very long time. I've directed a lot of different films. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to give advice to beginning filmmakers and directors, or even if you're advanced, some of this might be able to help you. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go over the script, visualize how you would like to shoot every shot, because every shot is important. And the reason why every shot is important is because it shows your style as a director. Do you want to be like every other director, walking down the street? Or do you want to set yourself apart? It doesn't mean go out and shoot something crazy, but at the same time, you want to establish who you are. So when people see your films, they're like, hey, that's such and such, like they know your style. Next step is to move on to storyboarding. Get a storyboarding software program, or if you draw, or even if you know somebody that draws. It's very important to storyboard every shot. And what that does is, not only does it give you a visual, but it helps you to kind of determine what shots you want. It also helps with the DP, the cinematographer. So instead of trying to explain what you see, he has the storyboard. He already knows what you want. So it just makes the line of communication very simple, because he or she can look and already see what you want. Now, this is something that I harp on a lot, and this is one of the things that I had to learn as a director. Take every shot very serious. Serious. Every shot. And I'm talking about even the little shots, okay? Somebody's walking in the park. How are you going to shoot that? Some shoes are by the bed. How are you going to shoot that? Are you just going to set the camera up on a tripod and, oh, there's shoes by the bed? Or are you going to put it on a dolly, do a side dolly shot? I mean, what is the significance of the shoes? How important is the shot to the story? If it's very important, then you better make sure that the audience understands by the way you shot it that it's very important. Now, we talked about a DP, director of photography, or cinematographer. That's the guy that runs the camera. It's very important that you get a good one. It makes things a lot easier. Now, if you're a beginning filmmaker and you can't get anybody to run the camera, or you can't get anybody that really has experience, then they're going to have to depend on you and your eye, your vision. So all you have to do is make sure that you're communicating very well, and it'll be fine. But if you get a good DP, they can bounce ideas off of you or talk to you about shots that maybe you haven't thought of. So it's like combining two minds of creativity, and you're going to get that much more out of what you're doing. Here's something else that's very important, and this is only if you can afford it. But if you have an external monitor that is bigger than the LCD screen on your camera, oh my gosh, I suggest that you get that. Because what happens is, sometimes you go back and post, which is like post-production before you edit, and some of your shots are out of focus. Or there's some camera equipment in the shot that you didn't see because your monitor's not big enough. So these little LCD monitors on the camera, 2.5 inches or 3 inches, that is not big enough. You need something that's at least 5 inches. If you can get something bigger than that, then go for it. The bigger, the better, okay? But don't walk out there with no big old iMac, chilling oh yeah, I'm listening, unless you can set it up like that, okay? You also need to watch the scene as if you're the audience, because being the director, you're very close to the project. So sometimes with acting performances and things like that, you let things slide. When you're the audience, you don't let anything slide. So you need to also look at it through kind of their lens. So when it comes to performances by actors, then you need to make sure that they're not doing just a good job, that they're doing a great job. And that comes with communication. It's combining what you see and what you think with their talent and what they see and what they think. And you bring those two things together, boom, you got something good, really good. If you strip everything from a film, if the directing is just kind of mediocre, the sound is okay, but it's not great. The story is not very good, but the actors are phenomenal. You still got something. Now, this is one of my personal to-go buys. Always, always, always get more shots than you need. Like, the film really has a mind of its own. It doesn't matter the way you shot it. Once you start putting it together, so things are not going to work like you originally planned. So the more shots you have, the better you can make your story. So get as many shots as you can, because in editing, I would rather have more shots than I need than not enough. Maybe the one great shot that you thought you had was out of focus. Now what? Oh, I'm not worried about that because I've got like 6 more different angles. You're covered. So cover your, you know what I'm saying. All right? All right. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. As a director, make sure that you have more time than you need. If you think you can film something in 2 days, plan for 3. If you think you can shoot something in 5 days, plan for 7. You've heard of reshoots, right? Everybody has to do reshoots. Even big budget Hollywood films have to do reshoots. You know why? Because you go back and you're like, okay, don't like the way this looked, or maybe the sound wasn't good on this shot, or maybe we need a different location, or maybe the acting performances need to be better. Okay? So you might have some reshoots at the end of your shoot at the very least. But if not, you don't ever want to run out of time. I have done that and made that mistake time and time, especially with big action sequences. If you got action to do, you need a lot of time, okay? So make sure that you plan for enough time. So that's my advice for directors. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment if you have any questions. Please let me know. Until next time, I am Marlon. And this is Filmmaking 101.